Now, in order to understand why the earth is going to burn, or at least part of the earth is going to burn, to be specific, why the United States is going to burn, you have to understand a thing called the precession of the equinoxes and the transorbital obliquity role. The precession of the equinoxes describes the fact that over the course of 26,000 years, the planet Earth goes from pointing 23.26 degrees one way, and it shifts until it points 23.26 degrees the opposite direction. This is common knowledge in scientific circles, and if you look in any science book, they're going to tell you about the precession of the equinoxes. Unfortunately, they're leaving something very vital and critical out of the information that they present to you in textbooks and in class. What they don't tell you is that out of that 26,000 years, it only takes 7 years for the Earth to go from 23 degrees one way to 0 degrees, to a 0 degree incline, which means it's vertical. And then, within that same span of time, the Earth goes from 0 degrees to 23 degrees the other way over the course of a day. So in other words, what happens is the Earth goes from 23 degrees one way to 0 degrees over the course of 7 years. And then over the course of a day, it goes from 0 degrees to 23 degrees the opposite direction. Now, there are a number of problems with this event. The first problem is that the Earth, when it's tilted at 23.26 degrees, it spins on its axis. The reason why the Earth spins is because the Earth is tilted. So if you take the Earth and you stand it straight up to a 0 degree incline, then the Earth no longer has its spin momentum. So for the day, or at least on the day that the Earth reaches 0 degrees, that will be the day that the Earth stands still. Now, that has its own problems that we'll get into later. But for now, we're going to focus on the fact that once it reaches that 0 degree incline, in one day, we're going to go to 23.26 degrees the other way. Now, for the whole planet to fall over 23 degrees in one day, there are repercussions and consequences to that. And we need to be in certain places on the planet when that happens if we are to survive and if we want to continue our genes into the future.